Well, hello the internet, it's Ghost here, and welcome to another episode of Creative Minecraft. Welcome to episode 5, in which today we are returning to the new town that we're building, and I think we're doing a grocery store first. It might be the only build we're doing today, I'm not sure, because again, I recorded this several weeks ago, because I actually managed to get ahead on my videos, and I haven't recorded any footage since, which isn't good, because I am about to run out of Taylor Swift related builds. So anyways, today's colour palette consists of, I believe there's going to be some diorite in there, there is oak, there are barrels which kind of look more like spruce wood than they do oak, but you can build them with just about anything. Green terracotta, and I think that's it. Or at least for now, there's glass. There's lots of glass. So I wanted to try and do a relatively open grocery store, and it did not end up being that way. But we built a greenhouse, which I don't build greenhouses very often, and I feel like I probably should. Because they are quite cool builds. They're kind of nice to fill a space, and they don't like block views very much. Obviously, they do to a degree, but like they block the views less than if you were to shove a shed at the back of a build. And as you can see in the background, the town hall had already been built at this point, and I was kind of like, okay, and now we build towards the town hall so that we kind of fill it in rows. And I want to make sure there's wiggly paths and not just loads and loads of straight paths going in one direction, because that gets boring, because then you don't change up the builds and the shapes of them, because you just go, oh, I can just build a square. I don't know what to say about this build other than the fact it is pretty much just a set of rectangles shoved together, and there's nothing fancy going on with the roof. We kind of do something fancy in the next episode. Wait, no. Episode 7, we do something a bit fancy with the roof. This episode, we don't do anything fancy with the roof. It's got a glass ceiling though, which I've kind of settled on. If I want to just do a flat roof, I put a glass ceiling in because it looks less stupid. It also means there's lots of natural light, and I don't have to go placing light blocks everywhere. But I think I still did. On the border, there is a set of fences, and I added another section coming off of it a bit later on, which you can get hay and pumpkins from. I wanted to make sure this was like a farm. Oh, it was a farm shop. That's what I was building, not a grocery store. Oh, that explains it. I've just remembered it's a farm shop. I haven't put signs on anything, which is a bit silly. I definitely should have, but why would I do that while I'm working on the build? I need to go through and do that again, but we might do that once there's like more builds in place, and we'll like do a mini tour of the area. I mean, I like this build. I put lanterns on the fence posts because otherwise it's too dark, even though no one's really going to be there at night because the shop's going to be closed. I just kind of build things at this point in hope that I come up with something when I am doing my voiceovers. I also added some berries in. I don't put berries down anywhere near enough, and I should definitely do them a bit more because they kind of fill the space, and they are an interactive block, so that kind of makes the world feel a little more interactive rather than there's a bunch of buildings that I'm never going to go inside again, which is kind of the state of this world at this point. There has to be there is over 100 buildings actually, but I'm never going to go in those buildings again. Oh, going back to the build, and then on the inside I added in some shelving, and I put plants and stuff, cactus apparently, because yeah, you're totally going to go to a farm shop and buy a cactus. I don't know, you might. Apparently I still had the TARDIS banners in my inventory at that point. Go check that video out. It was one of the top videos from last year, in my opinion. Doesn't matter what it did on YouTube statistics, it is one of my favourite builds, and therefore it made it into the top 10, which I think should still be linked below in the description if you wanted to go check out those top 10 builds. I then added in some flowers and things because I'm using those to try and blend together the environment. I think I've gone a little overboard on the tulips here, and I'm definitely going to have to kind of cull them back a bit because it's, ooh, here's a bright pop of colour, and then everywhere else it's like, there's just nothing. But to be fair, those are the kind of things that I develop as the builds go on. At some point the train line's actually going to get put in properly, but for now it isn't because I haven't actually terraformed anywhere else except for here. I'm going to come to regret that in probably like 3 months' time. But anyways, the internet, I apologise that I don't have much to talk about this video. I've explained the build, and that's about all you're going to get. I hope you have a very good day, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.